When logs come into our log yard, the first step is to tag them, scale them to figure out what size they are, how many board feet they're likely to yield, and then we tag them with a species, location, and size tag on the end. That's really where the process of milling starts. Some of our logs, we prefer to let them sit for a lot longer because over time, nature will add more character to them. So for our soft maples and sycamore, we let those logs sit because they'll spalt. And if you don't know what spalting is, it's a natural process that happens due to a fungus, and it creates very unique black striations throughout the wood that are very sought after in the woodworking community. So those logs we will let sit for a lot longer than, say, black walnut. Black walnut logs don't really spalt. Plus, we're always in need of keeping black walnut in stock, so we have a tendency to mill those directly when they hit our log deck. The process for that, we run 2 different sawmills, one for our extremely large logs and one for our 30-inch and under logs. They're both thin kerf band saws, and they're both very efficient, and they both yield higher rates of lumber than our previous milling did. We used to use a chainsaw mill, which is a 3/8 inch kerf. So we lost a lot of yield in our logs due to that. Similar thing happens at circular sawmills. The blade for that is very large, and it takes out a large chunk of wood. So running thin kerf mills allows us to yield about an extra slab from every log. But we will usually sort our logs out depending on the species and the size. So we'll have big walnut logs in one pile and small walnut logs in the other, and that'll help us determine which mill they're gonna go on. And after that, it's pretty easy. You throw the log up on the mill and you start cutting. Most of our logs we cut live edge slabs out of. There are times when you're working with like a bent log or a twisted log, and it's not gonna make very good live edge slabs in the long run, so we will cut those into lumber. But the majority of the time we're cutting live edge slabs. It's pretty automated these days. Both of our saws are fully hydraulic, and there's not really any manual labor involved. You have to sit at a workstation and pull some knobs and turn some levers. Where it becomes very labor intensive is the stacking. So it takes, on some occasions, 5 minutes to mill a log. It might take an hour to stack it.